Hey, what's up, guys? Gangsta Jeweler here. So today we are working on a chain. It comes to us from one of our stores, and your boy probably sounds like shit right now because I'm coming down with something. I'm not sure exactly what, but I feel like shit. But anyways, we got two issues going on with this chain here. So the chain is broke here, right here. But then the problem we have is, you can see this side has the clasp and the end tab, but we have no end tab on the opposite side to link into. So we're gonna have to put an end tab on the end, and then we're also gonna have to weld it together here. So with that being said, what we need to go ahead and do is, let's go ahead and get the chain welded first. I got an end tab right there. It's a little bit bigger than the other one, not by a whole lot. Let me see. You can see it's a little bit bigger than the other one. A little bit. But that's not a biggie. Not a biggie. Bigger is always better. As long as it's the same size or bigger. You don't want it too big, but I don't know what this shit is going around, man. There's a couple other people I know that were sick, man. This shit sucks. But we're going to go ahead. None of these links are cut, so we're going to go ahead and cut this one here. And you always want to cut off to the side if you can. You don't want to cut right into the right in the crevices of the link. There we go. All right, we got that one open. Then we just need to go ahead and link our link through there. And then go ahead and push the ends as close as we can. This is a hollow chain, so you need to be a little bit extra careful with it, especially on the heat aspect of it. Because hollow chains will disappear in a hurry on you. They will. You go to weld them and just poof, are gone. I don't know, they're like the way that's sitting. Let's see. There we go. That looks better. Alright, we're going to be using a 4-tip for this. And we're going to go ahead and put ourselves some boric acid denatured alcohol on here. Well, you'll hear that pop. That was just the torch. For some reason, if you got flame and like very, very tight oxygen, it'll pop like that and cut off. Let's go ahead and burn that off there. And we need to go ahead and bring that flame down a little bit. All right. Let's go ahead and cut us a piece of solder here. Oh, where's our piece at? Where the hell did you go? That might be it right there. There it is. And then we knocked our chain down a little bit here. Well, let me see if I can get you guys zoomed in. One thing we do need, some flux. Sorry, I think being sick, the oxygen to my brain is not working. Whatever this is, it's like a chest thing, because I got kind of like a bronchitis thing going on, which sucks. But what can you do, right, guys? It's part of life. Not coughing quite as much today as I was yesterday. Yesterday was a little rough. I was gonna film this yesterday, but I was like, nah, ain't no way in hell I'm gonna be able to do that. But let's just go ahead and heat our piece up there a little bit. Alright, that did not go how we wanted it. That is not a biggie. Let's go ahead and cut us another piece here. What happened there is I kind of got one side a little too hot, so the solder decided it was going to go that direction. Okay. Don't change yourself steroid, asthma, or other treatments without talking to your doctor. You can get more out of your lungs. You can do more with less asthma. Isn't that better? Ask your doctor about Duvexit, the most prescribed biologic in asthma. And now approved as an add-on treatment for adults with COPD that is not well controlled and with a specific marker of inflammation. There we go. There we go. Alright, we got our link welded there. Let me go ahead and zoom you guys back out. Okay. It's a pretty long chain. Alright, let's go ahead and clean that up a little bit. Let's go ahead and switch our wheel here. And we're just switching to a silicone wheel. Oh, damn. And basically all we're doing is just blending that in. Make it look a lot more uniform than what it currently is. But keep in mind, these are hollow links, so you don't want to grind on them too much or smooth them out too much, because you will end up with holes otherwise. And this is a very, very delicate chain, so this would be very easy to pop. For sure. Damn, this chain is fucked. Look at these. Look at these links. See how they twist? That's from them being stretched. See how this side's like sticking up and then it goes flat and then it goes back up? That's from it being stretched. And there ain't nothing you can do about that. Once them links are stretched out like that, there's not a whole lot you can do about that. And don't try to straighten them out either. You try to lay them flat and tap them, all you're going to do is crack more links. So just leave it the way it is. Don't try to straighten that shit out. Let's see here. I'll do a little bit more grinding over here. Just a tad. Now we are going to tap just a little bit on this one spot here. Just a tiny little bit. Alright. Hey. Don't get hooked in there like that. Alright, that's a little bit better. But I think you guys can see that see how they twist? And then it's twisted there. And it's twisted down there. Alright, we got that part welded, but now what we need to do, because we don't have you see, we don't have an end tab on this end to hook it into. So you got one there, don't have one on this end. But we got one here that we can put on. It's a little bit bigger. Now there's going to be 3 ways you could do end tabs, okay? There's 3 different ways you could do end tabs. They sell end tabs that have that are pre-soldered. So they sell some end tabs that are pre-soldered where you don't have to do anything. Just put the tab on there, heat it up, and it'll weld to the chain. Then they got then you can do what I do, just put paste solder and weld it. And if you don't have paste solder, you can then just drop a ball of solder down in there and then push this on top of it on each side. So there are several different ways you could put an end tab on there. I prefer to use paste solder. I don't do the pre-weld end tabs. Those would be your easiest if you're starting out. Just get some pre-weld or pre-solder end tabs to where all you gotta do is just put the chain in there and melt it together. Problem with that though is those usually not in most cases, well, I should say in most cases, the pre-solder ones are going to cost you a little more. And that's not always the case, but usually it is. So when you get a little bit better, just get you some paste solder or drop you a ball of solder on there. But what I do is put some paste solder on the bottom of the end tab for the bottom part. Let's see if I can zoom you guys in. But see, I'll put some paste solder on the bottom for the bottom part, and then I'll put some on the top of the chain here, if I can get that to go on there, put some on the top of the chain there, like that, for the top part. So what you do, so you see you got your paste solder in the bottom, and you got your paste solder in the top there. So you would ideally want to try to get the chain with that part, with the chain over the paste on the bottom, and then have the paste on top there. And sometimes it's going to be a little tricky to get that to happen. But if you can, sometimes it goes pretty quick, other times not so much. Alright. I think we've about got that set up there. No, don't have it set up. Thought we did. I thought we did. Sometimes these things like to be a pain in the ass. Alright, get in there. And with the paste solder melting, you probably would only need one on either the top or the bottom. But just for safe measure, I always like to make sure I got some for the top and the bottom. That's just me personally. And this is always a bitch getting it to line up right, because you want it to line up right, because otherwise when you go to weld it, if you ain't got it lined up right, it looks weird. So you want to make sure you got it lined up right. Damn it. Let's flip that around. Let's try to see. I can't get that to sit in there correctly. Straight. Preferably. Alright, that looks good. Now we're going to use a 4-tip. You can use a 3 or a 4. You don't need a lot of heat. Just a little bit of heat. And we're going to put some boric acid denatured alcohol on it for our fire coating here. Coat that real good. Let's go ahead and set that on fire. Burn that off. Alright, now you want to use a very small flame. You don't need a very big flame. And you're just going to heat the tab up just a tad. And just heat the tab up a little bit. And while you're heating it, still got some more of that stuff burning off. While you're heating it, lightly push down on it with your pick. Just lightly push down with your pick as you're pushing. And before we get this to weld, I need to adjust this chain a little bit here. Alright, what we're going to have to do is heat it up a little bit. Now, if it goes over on you a little bit and actually welds, what you do is take you a pair of tweezers and make sure you hold high up because the tweezers will get hot, and grab it and push it. Oh, dang it. Don't get it stuck on there. But grab it and push it the way you need it to go. See, right now it's kind of off to one side. So let's try to go ahead and push it. There we go. And just a little bit more over. There we go. We got it over now, so now we'll go back to our pick and finish pushing it down. So if it goes off to one side on you, get you some tweezers, heat it up, and pull it off to the side you need it to go. Then once you got it lined back up, then you can go ahead and heat it back up and push down on it. All right. Now we should have that side welded. We need to go ahead and hit the other side now. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. And this side is already lined up perfect, so we don't have to do any adjusting on this side for sure. Alright, I think we got it welded, guys. Let me zoom you all out real quick. Let's cool it off and take a look at it here. So you can see, yeah, that's on there. Then what you want to do is lift up on your ends just to make sure that it is welded on there, which it is. And you can see we got it nice and straight. Here, I'm going to hook it in to the other clasp. You can see it's a little bit bigger than the other one, but actually that's a better size for the chain anyways. That's actually a little too small. I wonder if they've had these replaced before at one point. But anyways, you see we got it nice and straight. Now what we need to do is just go ahead and clean it up a little bit with our silicone wheel. Hey, what are you doing? The frig. There you go. It got hooked around the back of the clasp there, where the lever is. And kind of just hit the top here a little bit, or the end of it there. There we go. Yeah, that's actually more the right size end tab for it anyways. That one over there is a little bit on the small side. But at any rate, that is not what we're working on. Alright, we got it back together. We got it welded, got the end tab so it has something to lock into. And we've cleaned up this link here where we had to weld it. So let's go ahead and go drop it in the ultrason. It's a pretty big chain. That would actually be very easy to get hung up on. So it's probably what happened. They bent down and it got caught on something. They yanked it up. But it stretched the hell out of all those links. Alright, let's go drop it in the ultrason and we'll go polish this bad boy up. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we are ready to polish this chain. We're going to go ahead and start with the link where we had to weld it together. Then we'll do the end tab. And then we'll do the rest of the chain. Let's go ahead and hit the other side of the link now. Alright, let's go ahead and do our end tab now here. That end tab that we put on there is a lot better and stronger than the other one. for sure. Alright, now we need to kind of hit the side of the end tab a little bit here. Alright, let's hit the clasp now. Hit the clasp in the other end tab, and then we'll go ahead and do the rest of the chain here. Alright, you can see we got that looking nice now, polished. Now we need to go ahead and, well, I'm sorry guys, my camera did something weird, cut out there for a second. But we are back for now. Alright, let's go ahead and hit the rest of this chain. We got the end tabs and the link where we welded it taken care of. Alright, and then we're going to go back the same way on the same side, this opposite direction. Alright, and then we're going to flip it over. And we're going to do the same exact thing on the opposite side here. And then we're going to do the same exact thing going back the other direction on the same side. Alright guys, we got that all cleaned and polished. Let's go ahead and go drop it at Ultrason and we'll come back and look at the finished product, guys. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we are back with that chain. You can see we got our end tab on there. You can see that end tab is a better size than this one over here. They're about the same size. Like I said, it's a little bit bigger. This is more the right size for it. But the other one's still holding up okay. So, and then we got our link welded, which I'm not even sure where it's at really. But we got it all cleaned and polished again. Looking good. But this is the Gangster Jeweler, guys. This is another repair down. If you'd like and subscribe, that would be fantastic. If you'd like to leave a tip or donation, the link for that will be down in the description. Although it is not required, it just helps help grow the channel and show some love. And also, I have a kick stream. I'll have a link for that down in the description. It's more of like a reaction type channel. And I have another YouTube channel that's also like a reaction type channel as well. That's pretty much where a lot of my live streams go. Also, if you'd like for me to do your repairs, you can visit my Etsy shop. The link for that will be down in the description as well. I'll probably make a video of me doing your repairs, most likely. And I think that about covers it, guys. And hopefully, maybe by next video, I won't be sick. So hopefully this crap will be gone. But whatever it is, it sucks. But anyways, this is Gangster Jeweler, guys. And I will see you on the next one, guys. Take care.